Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Dorr, Chicago intuitive consultant and psychic medium. Aloha Shirt Psychic. My cousin got me this Aloha shirt. I was down in Kentucky and her husband had one like it on. I said, I really like that. When I got home, she sent me one. So it's from my cousin in Kentucky. And I am really excited. I have got Kayla Kelly in the house tonight with Kayla's Celestial Sky Tarot. So you can go to her YouTube channel, Kayla's Celestial Sky Tarot. And if you'd like to contact her, it would be Kayla's Celestial Sky Tarot at gmail.com.
Yes.
So have you been busy since our last meeting?
Yes, I have actually. Quite busy.
Good. Thanks for being patient. I had to reschedule Kayla because we're getting ready to go out of town. And so I was kind of crazy all week.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. You got your cards ready?
I do. They're right here.
All right. Do you have any questions in mind or anything?
I was asked about Yellowstone. I think there's an anniversary, but I'm not exactly sure what they just asked Yellowstone, so I wasn't exactly sure where they were going with that.
I think what they're probably trying to figure out if Yellowstone is going to erupt, and the answer is not in our lifetime.
Okay.
It is. Then it's an extinction level event.
Yeah.
That is a mega volcano, and it's like, I think the caldera is like so huge, it's humongous, and if it ever erupted, it would probably be close to an extinction level event.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime.
Okay.
Let's hope not. I don't think so. I think you're safe. I think your kids are safe. I think your grandkids are safe. What concerns me more than Yellowstone is this whole thing with climate change.
Oh yeah.
So I have a question. And it's kind of general, but what are you seeing, if you will? What are the cards telling you for 2022 as far as climate is concerned?
Okay. Let me see. Climate, please.
I like how you shuffle. I like that.
Thank you. Very interesting, the cards they're giving me. They gave me the Chariot and the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. So it seems like it's headed in the right direction. It seems like the people who are watching over it and making sure that everything's all right, that are in charge of the weather and everything like that, are making sure that it's going in the right direction, keeping their eyes on it, keeping their eyes peeled. Something about the water really sticks out to me in this. I wonder if there's going to be more more rain than usual this year. Something about water.
Well, I'm talking about the country as well.
Okay, yeah. So it seems like it's going with the Chariot. I just feel like it's going in the right direction. Things are going to be picking up. It's not going to be as bad as people think it's going to be. Or headed to.
I see a lot of floods coming in California.
Maybe that's why I saw the water.
I think that's exactly what it is. That's what hit me.
Okay.
And, here in the Chicago area, we've had in Chicago, like a week and a half ago, it was -3, but today it was warm. It got in the 40s.
Yeah.
But, I can still see the trend for global warming or climate change. In Chicago, I see a lot of precipitation, but typically it's going to be more snow we've had this year than we have had in past 3 or 4 years, but also a lot of rain. So I see floods coming here as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm also seeing a lot of hurricanes coming up, a couple through the Gulf Coast and hitting like north, southeast, the west coast of Florida. There's going to be some pretty ferocious storms. I think it's going to be another year for record tornadoes.
Oh, wow.
So I'm seeing a lot of inclement weather. People are asking about the drought. I don't know if it's in Colorado, but even in Nevada. And I see rain for Colorado, but I still see Lake Mead, the levels going even further down. And it hasn't been this low since since the dam was constructed. That's Hoover Dam, I think. And I think, but I also think within the next 10 years, it'll fill back up. So that's good news. But I think it's going to be really kind of difficult for the next couple of years, which means that food prices could go up because if the crops are damaged because of inclement weather, it means that we're not going to have an abundance of grains and things like that. So food prices go up. Right? So people are asking about the supply chain shortage. In other words, when's it going to be over? I went to the grocery store and I can't believe the prices. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's outrageous.
I mean, the chuck pot roast that I paid $5 for a couple of years ago is now like $16 or $17. So that question is twofold. One, when will the supply chain shortage end? And two, a lot of people are thinking this is price gouging, and they're asking, is it price gouging? So it's a twofold question.
Okay, so let's start with when will it end? Oh, okay.
I see it over by this year.
Oh yeah. They gave me the hangman, so the hang one. So
what does that
kind of
mean?
so it's kind of like taking a step back and just waiting it out and seeing things from a different perspective. So I think they're just trying to say, like, you just got to wait this one out, and it will, like you said, by the end of this year. That's confirmation, I feel like. And then I'm sorry, what was the second question?
Well, I see the number 7, so it could be 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. It could be July.
Okay.
I think that's when the supply chain shortage will end. There's still trucks sitting on the dock, I think, in New York. And so I think that by maybe May, they'll start getting a lot of that stuff offloaded, thank goodness. The other question is, is this more money we're paying at the grocery store due to the supply chain shortage? But the other question is there price gouging going on?
Is there price gouging going on?
I say yes to the price gouging. What I'm nervous about is once the supply chain shortage is over, I hope and I see that the government will step in and say, wait, you can't price gouge. So I hope the prices will come down.
Yeah, they gave me the double, so I take that as there is price gouging going on. Some people are I feel like taking advantage pops in my head when I am asking this question. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like whoever's in charge of, like, who is in charge of setting the prices and all that? Is it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Who's in charge of pricing things going up and down? Like, is that just the government in general, or?
I think it depends a lot. I think it depends on supply and demand. Typically, if there's not enough supply, demand goes up and it brings prices up.
Okay.
If you have an abundance of supply and then, demand goes down and prices go down. So,
okay.
The other thing I foresee coming is huge changes in battery technology for electric cars. So they'll go further with smaller batteries and less of a charge. And so I think what's going to happen is when this price, I'm sorry, I keep saying price, when this supply chain shortage is over, Detroit's going to start putting a lot more new cars on the market and at a lower price, a better car, and making an incentive for people to buy. And that's going to crash the used car market. So I see this inflationary period over, I think, within this year even. What are you thinking about that?
Do I see it this year ending, the inflation? See, without asking my cards, I feel like saying yes, but let me get confirmation.
The confirmation of the cards.
Yeah. Okay. So they gave me 10 of Pentacles.
Okay.
So I feel like this is a straight up yes. It feels like there's going to be more money coming in. Inflation will be going down. Yeah, I feel like people will be more at peace with everything and feel in their homes and just living, day-to-day lives, knowing that inflation is going down. Yeah.
Okay. Does
that make sense?
Now,
that makes
people are
sense,
also
right?
asking about the unemployment rate.
Okay.
They're asking if the unemployment rate will lower. And because there's a labor shortage, a lot of people don't want to work for like $19 or $20 an hour. So
Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, let me take that too. All right. So they gave me the 9 of Wands, which is people sticking their ground. They don't want to work those hours. They're not going to give in. I think they're going to keep fighting that fight. And then they have the 5 of Swords. So, you know, some people are kind of over it and they're over fighting. They kind of just want to take whatever they can get. But some, like I said, people are still like standing their ground and not giving into, you know, little pay and no benefits. But then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So in my opinion, that means that the wheel is turning and it's going to, you know, get better with unemployment, you know.
good.
They're getting good jobs.
I see pays increasing.
Pay, exactly.
I see, a lot more places want to unionize because you know, people need healthcare insurance that's affordable. They need benefits.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you know, I see legislation coming for that in favor of, you know, affordable healthcare and even higher wages for people. Ultimately, it'll pass. I think a lot of that's going to be contingent when the Build Back Better bill. That's hard to say. I always have trouble with that. I think that'll pass too, but in little pieces thereof. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, is Donald Trump still talking to Putin?
Ooh.
I already know the answer to that one.
I say yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they're buddies, you know. Let me see.
If Putin stopped really quick, Trump the chump would have brown on his nose.
Yeah, they're like little kids when they talk. I feel like they make fun of. I don't know exactly what they're making fun of, but it's like two little kids just talking on the phone all day. You know. Yeah.
I guess my next question. Well, actually, there's a questions people have asked, and I just compiled a lot of them.
Sure.
Is oh boy. Now this is for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
But is Trump directly or indirectly through channels giving Putin information that only a president of the United States would know about Ukraine? In other words, is Trump and some of his cronies having a hotline to Moscow and, you know, telling stuff that's strategic for Russia against Ukraine? I know the answer to that one too.
Yeah, they just want to give me one card for that. It's King of Pentacles. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So this is a man or just a masculine energy that has everything and then some. You know, they're very well off materialistically. They're abundant in their wealth and their homes and everything. But when you ask a yes or no question, it's a yes. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just feel like they just make a lot of jokes and they make fun of people and the poor and I don't know. That's what I'm being told. But
my guides tell me yes, I can see a phone.
Yeah, like they're
and directly Trump is talking to him, but also indirectly and in a very roundabout way. Mm-hmm. Tell Putin to watch for this, tell Putin that, tell him here's where strategic sites are. And so there will be some whistleblowers that'll come out, I think both from Russia, Ukraine, and from this country, and say that even after Trump's presidency was over, he's been giving secrets to Putin.
Yeah, definitely.
Another investigation coming out. So I think, yes, he is.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. They criticized Hillary Clinton for her emails, but yet Donald Trump is talking on a cell phone to heads of state, other countries, and it's not even secure. So it's very easy for Russia or China to listen in. But I think that some of the stuff Trump said, he said because he knew Putin was listening in and wanted indirectly to give Putin information.
Yeah, they probably use like keywords too. You know what I mean? Like they probably have like I don't know, but like a phrase or something.
Right. So,
Yeah.
all right. So I say yes, he has
Yeah.
secrets.
Oh, absolutely.
The other thing people want to know is Trump talking to North Korea. And I think he is talking to North Korea. I don't know what Kim Jong-un. Some people think Kim Jong-un is ill or not alive, but I feel like Trump is talking to them.
They gave me justice, so yeah, they are talking. This is a yes. Yeah. Just for
It's amazing how Trump likes the dictators, isn't it?
yeah.
People criticize Hillary Clinton for her emails, using the
Yeah.
server, but now they can't really say anything because Trump, with his, as I said, with his unsecured phone, I mean,
Yeah.
all the stuff that's come out. People are also asking, is it true that he really flushed documents? Did he really eat documents? And did he really burn and shred documents? I wonder when he ate them, if he put salt and pepper on them, or maybe A1 sauce.
Maybe he put it in between a Big Mac or something.
I wonder if you could marinate that. You know what I mean? Top secret marinade.
Let's see. Did he eat the documents? Flush the documents.
My guys tell me absolutely yes. He did all of the above.
I want to say yes as well.
When he was talking about flushing the toilet with those speeches, some people flush the toilet 15 times. Like, where is he? What is he talking about? Now we know.
Yeah, Three of Wands is also a yes, and Three of Wands is also trying to like move on and get, travel and go away from something and have a better start. So I believe so as well. That's crazy.
I hope he gets indigestion.
Oh man.
Trump the chump gets indigestion. A lot of people want to know if how many of them were destroyed permanently, and I see numerous ones were, but will some be recovered? And I say yes, a lot of them will be recovered.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so again with the Two of Wands, and they're looking at the phone. So yeah, I also say yes. It's funny that they gave me Three of Wands and then Two of Wands. So this, I feel like this is like when you're just planning to leave and go somewhere, and it might not be successful. So I feel like he's definitely gonna get caught, especially with his phone calls as well. Yeah.
Well, some of his aides said they found things flushed down the toilet, but if they didn't see Trump do it, but they saw him chewing on stuff.
Yeah.
Now Trump can say he didn't know it was illegal, but anybody with a brain would know that destruction of government documents is illegal.
Yeah.
But I guess, well, you just answered the question I was going to ask. And the question is, will they have proof that Trump actually did that?
Yeah, they will.
I say yes as well. And I also say that Trump will tell on himself. Trump always tells on himself.
Yeah.
When Trump accuses other people of doing stuff he's done, we know he did it.
Yeah.
And nothing surprises me anymore with him. It's just crazy. So, I'm wondering if the DOJ, Department of Justice, if the National Archives will contact the Department of Justice and ask them to do an investigation on Trump destroying and taking government documents. And some of those were marked top secret.
Yeah. So you're saying the question is,
will the National Archives ask the Department of Justice, the DOJ, Merrick Garland, the Department of Justice, to investigate Trump's destruction of documents?
So, okay, they gave me the Three of Wands again, so that's yes. And then they gave me Nine of Pentacles. These are two yes cards, and this is usually this is a good card to get usually, but in his case, it's kind of like he has like a whole cornucopia of like secrets and things he's done, and he's just getting caught in it. Yeah.
I say the Department of Justice investigating.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Trump will try to run out the clock, but he will not succeed with that. And I see him indicted on numerous things in New York, as well as through the Department of Justice, because this is federal. And so people want to know if he'll run again. you know, he might say he's going to, but I see numerous indictments. I don't see him going to jail though.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about Trump's health. What do you think for that? Because his health is going to be horrendous.
I was just gonna say I was watching, or I don't know if I was watching, if I read something that Linda G said about she had a dream where she saw Donald in a casket and it was on the news, and I guess he was being rushed to the hospital. But let me see. So it wouldn't be surprising. How's his health doing? How's Trump's health doing? Oh yeah, he's overindulging. They gave me the 3 of Cups card. Usually this is like a party card, having fun with friends and stuff. But to me, it seems like maybe he's drinking a lot of alcohol, fast food.
I don't think he drinks. I think,
No? Okay.
I think he does something else. I forget what it is. But
Yeah, it's something that like you would do at a party.
he's just overindulging, I think. Not
definitely.
watching the diet, all of that stuff. I didn't know Linda said she saw him in a coffin, but whenever I think of Donald Trump, I just can't see a future for him.
Yeah.
And whenever Spirit shows me that, or lack thereof, it does mean usually he's not going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
And then, when you walk in a funeral home, that smell you get, that's like, and then I see a hand going like this, and then I see a casket. And whenever I see those 3 things all together, it usually means somebody crossing over within a year. So, I mean, I don't wish him any kind of harm or anything like that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I guess so. He's got to watch his health.
He really does. He eats too much fast food too. That's
I just don't see him as president again.
No, neither do I. Oh, they gave me the death card. I guess they mean it literally. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Oh, this is a good one. Will Al Franken run again? Well, what he did was mild compared to what some of the stuff the other people did.
Yes or no?
I see him holding political office again.
Oh, yeah, they gave me the Ace of Swords. So he's gonna be doing a lot of like communicating, a lot of talking, a lot of events, and this is also a yes. So yes, he'll run again. And
I guess the question is, will he win?
oh, will he win? Okay, let's see. Will he win?
I see him in a political position again.
He's winning. Yeah, he's definitely winning something because they gave me the 3 of Cups again, so he's celebrating something. I don't know. Okay.
I see him running and winning at some point.
They gave me the Ace of Swords again, so he's winning something.
Yay. So that's a
kind of-
bonus card, I take it.
Yeah.
The other thing is people are asking, and I've addressed this before, but I'll address it again. Well, Beto, I mispronounced, is it Beto or Beto, however you say it.
Mhm.
Will he, he's gonna run for governor in Texas. He's a Democrat. I like Beto, but will he win? And I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that. But what I do, my guides have always shown me Beto in a really high government position that's elected. So I keep thinking Senate. In some point distant future, he will be president. And I see a gay president as well, a lot sooner than later.
A gay president, you said? Wow, that would be amazing.
It certainly would be. But Beto.
Beto, so they gave me 6 of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. You said you like him?
I do.
Yeah. Something about him. Just calmer waters. Is he like more of a, what's his character like?
He's very dynamic. He's very honest.
Yeah.
He's a good leader.
Okay.
He kind of reminds me of Barack Obama when Barack first kind of ran for Senate and then said he's going to run for president. Beto's got a lot of energy. And so I don't know, but I don't see Abbott staying governor. So, Kevin and I kind of thought that Abbott would get primaried out. Yay. But I see Beto more like in the Senate or a high level government position. And so
Yeah.
Some people say he'll win. I'm feeling a little bit of upset with that, but I do see him, as I said, in a high level government position, elected position.
And he's in Texas, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to make people feel more. When I saw that card, it made me feel like people were calming down and being more cool and collected about things.
Well, Texas is already starting to restrict people's votes. You know, it's like, I guess when they signed up to vote years ago for mail-in, you either had to use a driver's license number or social security number. And so they're asking which one people use to register. And it's like, who can remember? And if they can't remember one or the other or both, they say that they cannot do a mail-in ballot, that they can't vote that way. They have to show up.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're restricting people's rights to vote. So everybody in Texas, get to the polls and vote.
Yes. I second that.
And people are asking about civil war because it's so divided in this country. So I guess the question is, will this divisiveness at some point be over? I mean, in my lifetime, I could never remember the country this divided. Even the protests in the 60s and the 70s, I mean, that changed a lot of things for the good, but it seems like we're swinging back 70 years.
Well, they gave me Judgment. Usually this is a yes. A lot of the people are like sticking out to me. They're all kind of like praising and, you know, the angel. So what, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
It's okay.
It's like
the question is, will the country's so polarized, you know?
Yeah, will they come back together?
And them, you know, there's these two camps, and it just, the divisiveness just seems to keep growing. And the question was, will people come together again?
Okay, well, that feels like a yes, especially with all the people like, you know, raising their hands and everything. I also, sometimes when I shuffle, certain cards will pop out more. I saw the Lovers, which is all about union, you know, and love between people. Yeah, and then you got Justice coming out too. So I say yes. Come more, yeah.
I think a lot of southern states would like to secede, but that's illegal. But they're kind of doing it without seceding, like, you know, voters' rights, tampering with that, banning books. I mean, I can't remember in my lifetime when books were banned. I mean, how can they ban To Kill a Mockingbird? When I was in high school and I grew up in Kentucky, we had to read that.
Yeah, that was part of my high school thing too.
I love that book, and the movie's good too.
Yes, it's really good.
Well, what happened is that the Trumplicans put people on the school boards. And so what it boils down to is there's a smaller group of Trumplicans trying to tell the rest of us what to do. And it's become like, you know, a government by the minority, but my guides tell me the majority will take over again.
Yeah, definitely.
So it just frightens me a bit. Okay, Peter Navarro, I love this. He was on Ari Melber, and he actually pretty much confessed that he was one of the people behind planning the September 6th, trying to you know, get these electoral votes overturned. And he said that it was lawful and it's constitutional. Not. So people are wondering, well, he's been subpoenaed to testify, which I know he won't do. But people are asking, will he be indicted? And if so, will he go to jail?
Will he be indicted and go to jail?
I mean, I see a bunch of them going to jail.
Yeah. I did a reading on that too. So Knight of Wands. So things are there's momentum picking up here. Very symbolic to me with this whole card for the question, but I see, yes, indictment. A lot of people are freaking out about it right now. The Four of Swords here.
Ooh, that's a death card too.
A death card, really? I did not know that it was a death card. It
can be, absolutely.
Okay, good to know. And then they gave me Seven of Cups, which is all about illusions and delusions.
Delusion, confusion.
Yes.
I guess that brings up the question, will the illusion, delusion, confusion win out, or will truth win out?
Yeah. To me, that seems like a yes. Page of Wands. Yeah, it's slow, but it's a yes. It's a slow yes.
I heard a commentator on television say that a lie will go around the world 1.5 times while truth is still tying its bootlaces. So,
Oh my, that's good. I like that.
Well,
they also they gave me Ace of Cups, so I feel like that's kind of like truth coming to the surface as well.
well, I think it came out that Michael Flynn, and I see him going to jail. You know, he was pardoned, but I see him under indictment and convicted, and he's not going to get pardoned this time. And I think he was in the military, so I see him discharged from the military. But it was Flynn, Eric Trump, and I've always seen Trump's kids getting into some trouble because of the January 6th and other stuff. So Trump was there, Donald Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani, who's also in deep water, Senator Tommy Tuberville, Republican of Alabama, Peter Navarro, Corey Lewandowski, David Bossie, and Mike Lindell. They were at this meeting, I think, before the insurrection, talking about like how to get the electors, you know, to turn that over, so then they could send it to the House of Representatives, because the House was led by the Republicans and held by the Republicans. Then they would vote to put Trump in, and they didn't think that was illegal. I see all of them under indictment. In fact, I see 3 of them flipping.
Flipping?
Yep. In other words, they'll work with the commission, the January 6th commission, to say what they knew and spill the beans on Trump.
Yeah.
Because my guides tell me they're going to trace it all the way up to Donald.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I already know the answer to this, but people are asking. And we asked this with Kevin the other day, is like, when the January 6th commission goes public,
okay,
how many people are going to be glued to the TV? Everybody.
Yeah. I see that.
Don't talk. Good part's on.
You know when kids watch their favorite TV show, like, and they're just like, yeah, that's what I see. That's exactly what I saw. So like, I think I don't think I'll ask, but I believe it's a yes.
Great minds think alike, Kayla.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So yeah, they gave me the Knight of Wands, so I think people will be rushing to their TVs, you know, to watch this. They gave me the 10 of Swords too. Usually that's when someone is being backstabbed or kind of feeling overwhelmed with everything. That could be Donald, you know. And then the Moon came out.
Ooh, secrets coming to the surface.
Yes,
all kinds of hidden things.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be throwing those daggers and telling the truth, and it's going to be crazy.
I think Trump will be throwing the daggers, trying to create diversion.
Yeah,
remastering, you know, remastering what actually happened. People are asking, is Trump afraid? And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime he starts going off about toilet flushing, or this one did this or this one did that, he is doo-dooing in his pants. Right.
He's trying to play it off. Yeah.
Well, he always diverts, deceives, blames everybody else. But that's how you know when he's guilty, and that's how you know when he's afraid.
Yeah, definitely.
I think within the next 3 or 4 years, all this Trumplican stuff will be behind us, thank God.
Yeah. I see it behind us too.
Now, Kevin said he sees the Republican Party splitting. Do you see that?
Ooh,
I do, actually. I don't know.
Splitting, yeah. They gave me the Moon again. It like fell out. Let's see. Is the Republican Party gonna split? I feel like he's right. Yeah, it seems like they gave me the 6 of Cups, and you know, they're kind of, I feel like, yeah, the splitting, they're gonna kind of see things on a more caring, well, I guess caring, maybe not caring is the right word, but they're gonna care a little bit more, feel guilty, something like that, and they will split. Yeah, and then there's gonna be some fighting going on. No one's gonna get hurt this time, but there's gonna be some fighting within the party.
Huge.
Yeah.
I kind of got a feeling Cheney and a couple of other of the older Republicans. Now, I do not like Liz Cheney's politics. I never did. But
Mhm.
I do admire her because she had the guts to stand up and speak up and say Trump was wrong for that whole insurrection thing. So
Yeah.
did Kinzinger. He's not going to run again. But I've got a funny feeling, she was like awakening a sleeping giant. And
Mhm.
I've got a funny feeling that behind the scenes, she's going to start talking to some Republicans because when all this stuff starts coming out, they're going to have to figure out a way to unravel themselves from the Trump spider web.
Yeah.
And how do they get out of the Kool-Aid they drank?
Yeah.
And I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene will give them a way to do that. And so I clearly see that party splitting.
Yeah.
My guides show me that. But my guides show me also another party, not the Tea Party, but something that's more like middle of the road, but more like for the middle class and the working people. And that's going to be real popular.
Yeah.
The next question is, will Liz Cheney run? I mean, she's going to run again probably for the House, but will she run at some point on an independent ticket? I don't know if it's for the House or for presidency or for a higher level government position. I do see her running for something other than the House at some point.
Oh, damn, I was supposed to keep it. Okay. So she is going to be running. It might be a little bit of a lot for her, a little bit of a struggle.
I pulled the 5 of Wands. It's like 5 arguments.
Yeah. And they both gave us wands because that's 10 of wands.
Burdens.
Yeah. What else they give me? Be running independent.
I think she's going to go public with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because they also gave me the Page of Swords. I mean, it's like she'll give them like a little bit of information, kind of like teasing them, and then kind of go about her business, and then give them more information, and then kind of go about her business, but all just everything's coming to the surface.
Okay, let me see. Just give me a second. Oh, people are asking about the truckers in Canada.
Okay.
In Ottawa, that's the capital, I think. It's the capital of, isn't it Ontario? Anyway, so they want to know, well, number one, is it funded from US dark money?
Mm-hmm.
Is the US, some of those Proud Boys and Stand Proud, or what, are they behind a lot of this? And number two, will the government of Canada have to step in to stop it? I mean, they're trying to grow it here in the United States. My take is they use Canada as a litmus test to see what they could get by with.
Yeah. It looks like they are giving money with the 6 of Pentacles. That's
From
usually
here.
Yeah, from the US. Yeah.
Right. What do you see the outcome of all that being?
Let me see. They gave me the World. So that's when one chapter ends and another one begins. It doesn't feel good though. Yeah, let me.
Which means it'll get violent or the government will step in. What does that mean?
To me, I feel like that's the government stepping in.
Okay. Well, maybe they need to.
What? Oh, okay.
Protesters are supposedly truckers that are anti-vaxxers, but they found out now that a lot of them aren't even anti-vaxxers, that they just want to create, they're ultra right wingers, they're Trumplicans, and they want to create like the Proud Boys and all of that. They're racist, they're all of this, they're supremacist, and they're trying to create these issues.
Yeah. They also just have their hands full. They gave me the 10 of Wands again. So it's gonna end soon though. I think that the government is gonna step in.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Mr. Trudeau, you better get busy. Okay, so this is a biggie.
Okay.
Now you had said something when I had you on the first time, and I asked you if Russia would invade Ukraine. Kevin
Yeah.
said they would, and you said that too. They will. You said they will. And at that time, I didn't really, well, I wasn't sure. I didn't think so. But, now
Yeah.
I have to go back with what you said. Russia will invade Ukraine.
It's looking like it. Yeah.
And Linda Grindle had said that it might be an event if Russia does invade Ukraine, that it would be such an outcry here that it would help unite our country, that people would be standing together for Ukraine and against Russia. Maybe some of the Trumplicans would be pro-Putin, but the rest of us. So I agree with her, I think. And she had said that there's going to be something big coming. And she said this months ago that would unite the country. And I felt that too.
I was picking that up too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sense of uneasiness. It's like almost a foreboding. Premonition means we know. We don't know how we know or what we know. We just know.
Yeah.
And I see them invading, and it's going to happen soon.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
I guess the bigger question is, will Putin be successful? And I know the answer to that one too.
Putin be
Just
successful.
want to see what you have to say about it. But in other words, will he be able to take over Ukraine?
I saw the tower.
Ooh, that means no.
That means no. And then they gave 10 of wands as well. So that's another
He's
no.
going to stab him in the back.
Yeah. Also saw the sun when I was shuffling. It was really stuck up to me. So things are going to get, again with the tower. Give me the tower again.
Wow.
Yeah. So
The tower means change, upheaval. In this situation, I would clearly say invasion, but to me, it shows he won't win. It could have been him getting kicked out of his home too. Because I think a lot of Russians won't want it. He's going to be very unpopular when he does this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kiev is bigger. It has more people than the city of Chicago, and Ukraine is huge. It's a huge thing. I think Putin wants it because he can control the oil, that pipeline coming out of there, but that's going to bite him in the butt.
Yeah.
And I also think that he wants to put the countries back that were in the old Soviet Union. And people are fearful. And I had said this a long, long time ago, that if he would invade Ukraine after he invaded Crimea, that then he had his sights on the Baltic republics like Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, because they are European Union and they are NATO. And so I think that's his way of trying to control the region.
Yeah, definitely.
But I asked if he would succeed, and Kiev has got a lot of people, and the Ukrainians will fight back. And I think Poland is getting nervous because they're afraid he might invade Poland, but he can't fight a war on all fronts. So my guide showed me that Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, certain countries in the European Union would band together against Trump. I'm sorry, well, against Trump too, against Putin in Ukraine, and would fight to kind of push him back, because I think he's got it like surrounded on 2 or 3 sides. But I think it's going to be another Afghanistan. When the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, they were there for years and they had to pull out because they didn't win. And that's what I see happening in Ukraine. For a while, it might look like Putin. I think he wants to do like a lightning war and just march right through. But it's going to, he is really biting off a doo-doo sandwich. And my feeling is it's going to be his downfall.
Absolutely.
Do you see him gone from Russia ultimately?
I do. I was picking up that a long time ago when I was doing it on my channel. People are going to be so upset, and they're going to come together, and so are we. Like you said.
Well, Hitler, when he invaded Czechoslovakia in those days, he said, well, there was some German speaking there and the Czechoslovakians didn't treat him well. And that's why he invaded Czechoslovakia. And nobody said anything because nobody wanted a war.
Right.
And then he stormed right through Czechoslovakia. And then because he wanted to get into Poland. And then when he invaded Poland, that really started World War II. And so Putin is really almost like a Hitler. He's using the same excuse. Well, there's Russian speakers there and the Ukrainians aren't treating them well. He's just making excuses to invade.
Yeah. He's very
But
power hungry.
I'm sorry.
I said he's very power hungry.
Well, because he wants to get richer and he wants that oil. And also, Ukraine produces a lot of food. And so, you're right. He's power hungry. But I see them fighting back and fighting fiercely.
Definitely.
And in the beginning, they're gonna need supplies and this and that. The Ukrainians, Putin thinks he's got them outnumbered, which he does. But I see a lot of money going to Ukraine from all kinds of sources. Well, they can fight back.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, this is a big one.
Okay.
Do you think that this will create another world war?
Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you that.
I see Europe in chaos a bit.
Yeah. It's going to create another war. They keep giving me 10 of swords, so no. I don't like thinking about it, but yeah. So that's a no. Thank God.
Well, I think a lot of European Union countries will step in.
Yeah.
And NATO as well. People are asking if Biden would send troops there. I don't think so. Not right now. I don't see it anyway. Not right away. But the sanctions against Russia are going to be so severe. And then Putin probably thinks he can get China on his side, but I don't think China wants any part of it either.
Oh, I don't think so.
He might try to get he might have tried to get Kim Jong-un on his side, but what's that going to do?
Yeah. No. I just see China it's like kind of like that. Like, I'm not going to touch that one.
There is going to be bloodshed in Ukraine, and it's sad. And I feel sorry for the Ukrainian people, and I feel sorry for the Russian people too. But he's underestimating them so huge. They're going to fight, and they're going to fight hard.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you.
I think Ukraine's going to be like the mouse that roared.
Definitely. Yeah.
I guess now somebody else asked, would Putin use tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine, against Ukraine?
Okay.
I don't mean like huge bombs. I don't mean just smaller, nuclear weapons.
Okay. I lost the card. It was 2 of cups. So to me, that represents like some kind of exchange going on, One person. But no.
Because he doesn't want NATO next to him, but that's BS. He's using that as an excuse.
They gave me 7 of wands.
Okay, what does that mean?
This is usually a no. Like it really represents what you were saying. Like, he's gonna keep trying and even use maybe thinking he could use. You said nuclear, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're nuclear, but I don't think it'll be successful, or it won't. Something about it, the plan won't be planned out right.
I think another reason he wants Ukraine is because they have nuclear reactors that produce plutonium, and they need those for bombs. So that would he could say, okay, now we've got these plutonium. But I think, I don't know if Ukraine has nuclear weapons. I think they do. So I don't think, Putin uses nuclear weapons. I don't think that'll happen unless they're just small nuclear tip things. But I don't know. But I keep seeing radiation, and I'm thinking, unless he just says they're conventional bombs. But I see the United States supplying Ukraine with a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
And the sanctions that are going to go against Putin are not going to be good. So anyway, I see the invasion, and I see it soon.
Yeah, definitely soon.
So that's a question. I've got a trip for Croatia this summer.
Okay.
And if Ukraine is at war with Russia, what will that do for our trip? I don't think much.
Yeah, you're worried about it. They're giving me 9 of swords.
Well, I'm not worried so much about, any harm coming, because I don't feel that.
No, not harm, just what'll do.
Will the trip happen?
Yeah, will the trip happen? Exactly. What happened? Yeah, it is. It is. Because they're definitely moving and overseas. Six of Swords. It is. I think because with this, I always hear the word calm with this word with this card, like calm, calm, calm.
That would also mean a trip over, that would mean a trip across water as well.
Yeah,
So I would take that as a yes.
yeah. Anything else? Was it?
I don't know if it'll be as dire as everybody thinks it'll be. If Russia invades, it will get very, very serious.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And for a while, it'll look like that Putin is winning, but just because he wins the battle doesn't mean he'll win the war. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You had something pulled up and I interrupted.
Oh, it's okay. As for your trip, it seems like the seeds are planted and there's roots growing and it's going to be fine. But they are giving me the Nine of Swords just because you're worried if it's going to happen or not. But it with these two cards, I say yes.
Okay. We're going to go down to Montenegro and then up all the way through Croatia and then split and fly home.
Okay. Yeah.
But I see a lot of countries in the Schengen zone, like Germany, France, Italy. I don't know Switzerland. I'll probably stay neutral, but probably Croatia, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Poland. I don't think Serbia. I don't think they'll get into it because I don't know if they favor Putin or not. But please, if you're Serbian, don't get mad at me. I'm not saying anything about that. But I think Romania. I think a lot of those countries that I just mentioned would stand united against Putin.
Oh yeah.
But Putin wants to control Eastern Europe. And I asked my guides if he'll succeed, and they say absolutely not.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, my dear. You got anything you want to add? Any questions you want to ask me?
Any questions I want to ask you? Wow, what a treat. I don't know. I guess you said that you saw me moving, and I guess I just want to know. I know it's hard asking about time frames, but do you see me moving this year?
Well, I see the number 13. So it could be
Okay.
13 days, 13 weeks, 13 months. It could be the 13th. It's not 13 years. And I asked if you would move this year. I pulled a card and I got the world. So,
Okay.
but you want to move closer to Chicago, right?
Yeah, I want to be in Illinois again.
You will be.
Okay. Okay.
And a lot sooner than later. So good.
Okay. That's all I wanted. That's really all I had to ask.
All right, my dear. It's been a pleasure. I'll look
Thank
forward
you.
to doing it again. I did most of the talking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just kind of.
Hey, you got your messages. That's okay.
Anyway. All right, my dear. You stay well. And when we get back from vacation, we will set up another show. How's that?
Sounds great. Excited.
Okay. All right. You stay well. Give your child a big hug. And here again, if you want to get a hold of Kayla, you can do so at Kayla's Celestial Sky Tarot at gmail.com. Her YouTube channel is Kayla Celestial Sky Tarot. Everybody subscribe.
Bye, guys.
You stay well.
You too. Safe travels.
Thank you. Hold on when I stop this. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.